You're listening to the Packernet Podcast Network.
You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service, your commute to work, that one spot in your house where your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons, that's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/try us.
All right. What's up, guys? Good to see you again. You got to love this. As soon as we killed the stream, Jordan Love signs his contract, or at least it gets reported, right? So that's what we're doing here. Obviously, this evening, going to talk some more Jordan Love, and we got the contract details. And, boys, I'll tell you what. I don't mean to toot our own horn, but we got us a source, and we absolutely nailed it, didn't we? So pretty cool. What's
220 divided by 4?
It's a great question, Tim. What would that come out to be?
I believe that's 55.
There you go. You heard it here
Sounds
first.
like 55 milli per year.
I just can't believe that happened literally right when we ended. Like I couldn't.
Hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I just stuffed my face full of so much shrimp that I in between the amount of time that we were off the air, I ate so much shrimp, and then I looked down at my phone, and I was like, "No way!"
All right, so here it is. Let's pull it up on screen. Here we got the details of the contract, early details, albeit right. And Emilio is actually in God's Chicken's drive-through right now, right? You at Chick-fil-A, Emilio?
Yeah, I'm waiting. They're coming.
You listen, people could care less about the contract. What are we ordering from Chick-fil-A tonight?
I got a Oreo strawberry shake. I got a spicy deluxe, a salad, a little bit of everything.
An Oreo strawberry shake.
No, separate. One
Okay,
Oreo.
I was getting ready to say, man. My goodness, I was about to hit you with
off the damn
you know what I'm
weed.
But anyway, all right, so here's the details of the contract while Emilio gets his food over there. Tim's joining us too. Good to have you in here, Tim. Jacob obviously with us as well. So Ian Rappaport tweeted out, sources, Packers quarterback Jordan Love has agreed to a 4-year extension worth $220 million, which makes him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history, despite only starting one full season. Deal was negotiated by David Mulugheta and Andrew Kessler of Athletes First. So obviously we were just talking about these numbers on the other pod. It's hilarious. Literally, the second that I uploaded the podcast to Megaphone and everything, get it going live to everybody in podcast form, I look up and the contract. I'm like, the one night we did not go over, right, was the night the contract is. So,
of course, Clayton had to be out 10 minutes early.
yeah, exactly. And now she's really mad at me, but I think she understands too.
Yeah,
so.
our next podcast is going to be sponsored by a divorce attorney. No coincidence.
It's so true. It's so true. So I just want to flash this up here again. That's what I said earlier. Said it's going to be a great source test, and it was. Now I feel bad because I kind of ran them through the mud on the show. Probably BSing me, but it is what it is. And I don't want to say too much. I promised I wouldn't say too much, so we'll just leave it at that. But I said it's going to be a 4-year deal. Actual guaranteed money is a new all-time high, right? So we talked about the guarantee. We're not going to dive too much into it. So obviously, with the real deal that hit, yeah, Nicolette Law, that's what we need. You got that. Sponsor the show, Nicolette. So it obviously ends up being a 4-year extension, $220 million, highest paid quarterback in NFL history. My guess is you're probably going to be somewhere in that 150. The fact that it's $220 million, 150 to 160 range as far as the signing bonus guarantee, if that makes sense. And we kind of explained all that on the pod just a second ago at what all that means. Jacob, let's just get everybody's reaction real quick. What do you think? It looks like Emilio's got somebody tied up in his trunk. I don't know if that's true or not, but go ahead, Jacob. What do you think about the contract on the surface here, man?
I'm just happy it's done. I mean, I don't honestly the contract deals. I know that you guys were going to dive into it a little more. Can I read what Schefter said here?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Adam Schefter said Jordan Love and the Packers have agreed to a 4-year, $220 million contract. That makes him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. He also gets a record $75 million signing bonus plus $155 in new full guarantees. I don't know exactly again what that lingo.
So 150.
Hear that lingo.
Right.
So that's kind of what Emilio talked about, right? How we could jump in a couple different like that. We nailed that. Just
We
saying.
did. 155, right? 155. So I'm glad you pulled that up. I'm going to try to find that Adam Schefter tweet real quick. We'll put it up on the screen. So that makes sense, right? That checks out, right, Emilio? I know your sound quality is going to be pretty bad. Right
No, yeah,
now.
that checks out. We were saying over 150, so I'll take it, man. Just a little bit off.
Yeah. And we have the top 5 year the top 5 quarterbacks as far as overall contracts. Joe Burrow, number 1, 5 years, 275. Tua, number 2, 4 years, 212. We know the guaranteed money actually matters there. Justin Herbert, 5 years, 262. Then Jordan Love, 4 years, 220 is how that falls into place. And I'm trying to grab that. Yeah. So what it sounds like, if I'm understanding it correctly, yep, you're right, Jacob. We absolutely crushed it. So we got the 155 is essentially the in new full guarantee. So that's fully guaranteed. Remember, we talked about that in the article we just read. That's the difference between total guarantees and fully guaranteed. And the $75 million signing bonus is due this year. So in this calendar year, he's going to get $75 million cash up front. My man just got paid. Now you know why she accepted that proposal, Tim. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think, Tim? How do you feel about it, bub?
I feel great, man. I feel like we could have done this in May, but I'm glad that it's done.
Right?
Does it
Yeah, it might
surprise
have
you
been a
guys?
little cheaper.
Sorry, does it surprise you guys that they didn't let Tua even have like 45 minutes of Graceland? They just, Tua, they gave him his contract, they celebrated it, and then like an hour and a half later, here comes the Jordan Love stuff. I thought
Really
and it's from
is true.
the same
Well,
agency.
Jordan-
So,
Yeah.
Jordan is a better quarterback, so
ooh,
Tim.
shots
Here
fired.
goes Tim. Coming here, starting trouble already.
no. I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is. No, I'm excited. This is good. We get to see him on the practice field tomorrow. It's good.
Yeah, look at United Bates. Tua hung up the phone with the agent and then checked Twitter and went, well, crap. That was fun while it lasted, right? I love it, dude. Absolutely love it. So here's the tweet from Schefter. I'm trying to get everything squared away over here. So the tweet from Adam Schefter says, Jordan Love and the Packers have agreed to a 4-year, $220 million contract that makes him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. He also gets a record $75 million signing bonus plus $155 in new full guarantees, deal negotiated by David Mulugeta and Andrew Kessler of Athletes First. And the reason that information came from the agents because they name dropped the agents. That's a thank you out there. That's going any other player that might be second guessing their current agent, go see David Mulugeta and Andrew Kessler. They'll get you paid. So now, as far as the structure of the contract, that's going to be the big question. What I kind of expect to happen, I wouldn't be surprised. The fact that Kenny's cap hit dropped just a touch this year, I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan's maybe raises a little bit this year. I can't imagine they will just lower his cap number or keep it the same this year. I imagine with the cash flow, they're probably going to want to allocate some of that cap to this current year, if that makes sense. So quarterback 1 is now in place. You've got your backups under contract for 3 and 4 years. So you're good to go. Jake Shavink in the chat says traits plus patience plus surroundings equals $155 million guaranteed. So I'm excited, man. This is pretty cool. We wanted it done before the pads came on tomorrow, and obviously
I'm so
that's
happy.
yeah. So we got QB1 in house, right? So yeah. Anything else you guys want to add, man? I'll just kind of open the floor up for conversation here. I mean, as far as the numbers, we did such an extensive deep dive in the pod we just did live and everything that, I mean, there really ain't much more to talk about, to be honest with you.
No, I'll just real quick focus on the fact that this is such. I did not expect this. Like we just talked about, the agency just releasing them hours apart. I didn't think they were, especially on a Friday. You thought they'd maybe let Tua have the weekend, have himself a good weekend at the boat, celebrating that he's one of the highest paid. And then nope, they just dropped the Jordan Love stuff, which I think that it was probably. I would bet that Jordan Love said, "Hey, I want to be there for the first day of pads. I've been there for 3 days and 4 days when we're just kind of mulling around." And I think Jordan Love's clearly seen that the offense has been struggling without him there. I think that he misses being able to be there really at practice with the guys. He's been there, but not practicing. So you're kind of there in spirit almost if you're not really there on the field and actually running around with the guys. So I'm beyond ecstatic. I think this is going to make the team so much better. We talked about how yesterday and last night.
You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service, your commute to work, that one spot in your house where your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons, that's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/try us.
Oh, even if you miss a few practices, you're a few practices behind everybody else in the league that hasn't missed those. And I know Jordan Love is a competitor, and he would not like that. So now he's got his money. Now he's got his fiance. Now all he's got to do is just go in and win the big dance, and just, you know, the guy's got his life set up. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
Absolutely.
So excited.
Chat seems pretty ecstatic. R.R. Smith in the chat says, "Now let's go win an effing Super Bowl." Amen to that.
Yeah.
Barry Prosser.
Bring Lombardi home.
Barry Prosser in the chat says, "Love it." All caps on love, of course. Let's see here. Too old for this says, Mulageta, use the money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's what he's doing over there. Jimmy Hoffa in the chat. Not to be confused with Jimmy Hoffa. He's under Giant Stadium right now. I'm really happy, fellas, is what he says. We got Josh Kohler in the chat said, "Who would have thought week 6 last year Jordan would be getting this contract?"
Right?
There's no one on the face of the earth that you could find in week 6 last year going, Jordan Love going to be the highest paid quarterback this coming year. That's a fact. So just how quick things can change, man. And once that offense – and here's the thing too. Jordan Love better buy Matt LaFleur some dinner, because Matt LaFleur did a hell of a job molding this guy, right? I mean, think about that, dude. Think about what he put together here in such a short amount of time. Can we finally put some respect on Matt LaFleur's name? Because it's one thing to say, yeah, he had a great half a season, but when the team and the organization, that, let's be honest, they're not just throwing money, they're not printing money, right? Like, they're not just throwing it around to anyone. If there's an organization in the league that's really, really conservative about how they structure contracts and give out guaranteed money, it's the Green Bay Packers. And the fact that they just shelled out this contract, it really says they think he's the guy. They know he's the guy. There's no doubt, right, in their minds. So just says a lot about Matt LaFleur. I remember early in the year last year, I got really aggravated because, I was like, if this team struggles and they're, the youngest team in the league and they are struggling at the current moment, is Matt LaFleur going to go down with the ship if they if they win 5 games? Are they going to fire him? Because it felt like the chips were stacked against him. That dude never batted an eye. And I remember specifically people using the young excuse. Tim, we talked about it on the pod, man. They kept talking about they're the youngest team in the league, and Matt LaFleur was not having it, was he?
No, absolutely not. And we were young by design, right? We made that decision. We decided to go with the youth movement. Goody has cooked in the last 2 drafts in a row. And, being young is not an excuse. And honestly, in this modern NFL that we're in now, youth can help you. You've got guys that are pretty young on this Packers team, but they've got playoff experience now. And they've been through the ups and downs, of a 17-game season. So, youth is not an excuse. It can help you win a championship, honestly. We got a lot of young talent, a lot of fast guys. If we can stay healthy, there's no reason why we can't contend for a Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see what else we got in the chat here real quick. Got a few more marked. Jake Shavink says the King in the North will, in fact, have pads on tomorrow. Man, I'm so excited about camp tomorrow, dude.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it. I got to the point where it's like, okay, let Tua have his moment, and then tomorrow, March, announce the contract. Jordan goes out there with pads on. We're good to go. But obviously they got it out there. And who knows? Maybe Shefty and Ian jumped the gun a little bit. Their agency may be sitting there like, come on, God, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right. But Josh Kohler said, we already hit that one, did we? Let's see you. Badger Trio says, that's my quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
BK in the chat said, love is all we need. Rocket Knight says, LOL, Tua, have the weekend.
We spoke too soon. That was a problem.
That's hilarious, man. Hilarious. Emilio, we kind of nailed it, though, man.
Yeah. No, I was excited. When Jacob sent that, are you kidding me? I'm already halfway to play. But, and honestly, kind of weird because I was sending you all that stuff about the quarterback of from Gridiron Genius there today. just going through some of the things that outline the seven things that Lombardi sees as, what makes a great quarterback. And I basically had an example for everything Jordan Love did, right?
Right.
Starting off with like a thick skin. I think he's got that.
Yeah.
Looking at he said the measure of who we are is how we react to something that does not go our way. Greg Popovich. I think Jordan Love did that.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. The number I wrote down too here on the paper as we signed off, put in my notes, I put prediction 4 years, 230 million, 150 million at signing or, fully guaranteed.
Right.
So we came in a little bit under that, didn't we? 10 million under that. That's good news, right? So over the course of 4 years, you end up saving what in 10 million, 2.5, something like that, 2.5 million per year. So I'm just so damn happy for that dude, man.
Yeah.
He's like you just said, Emilio. He's got all the traits. He's got.
If I were to name off those 7, a thick skin, work ethic, football smarts, innate ability, carriage, like how he carries himself, and then leadership. I think that was the 7.
Read them off one at a time, slow, and let's see if he checks those boxes.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. A thick skin, work ethic, football smarts, innate ability, how he carries himself.
True. Let me give you 2 on that.
Leadership. Yeah, and then a winning way.
Checks all the boxes, baby. Checks them all.
And what's crazy is that little tidbit of the winning way. Bill Parcells' rule of 23 wins in college. Jordan Love was 25 or 26 and 15. Hey, if you have over 23 wins, it's a good mark of a guy being able to carry through the ups and downs and still persevere. So it's awesome, dude. Well deserved. Absolutely everything we've been waiting for. Can't wait for them to rework it, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, let's see what else in the chat here, and we'll get final thoughts and wrap this big bear up. Man, we got a bunch of people in here there. Holy cow. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here as the news broke. Obviously, if you're just joining us, Jordan Love. If you're just joining us or living under a rock, Jordan Love just signed a contract, 4 years, $220 million, $75 million signing bonus with $155 million in full guarantees. Really, really cool stuff there. So let's see, 2-0 for this in the chat. Says people really don't realize how dang good Jordan was week 9 on. We kind of talked about it. If you were to take week 9 to the end of the season and just double it, like, you know what I mean? Like say, okay, let's say those were his rate of numbers the entire year. It's better than Aaron Rodgers' best year in the league. That's reality. That's not me. Like he had 1 interception. That means he would have finished, obviously Jordan or Aaron probably threw more touchdown passes overall, but as far as touchdown to interception ratio, crushed it. Because I think Aaron's best year was 4 interceptions that year, if I remember correctly. And he had it was just crazy how many touchdowns he had. But that was kind of the trajectory that he ended the season with. Now, I know it ended kind of bad there against San Fran, but arguably the second best team in the league, man. Not bad for the youngest team in the league going toe-to-toe with them. United Bates says, Love taking the whole team to the Oval Office, both of them. Obviously, I don't think there's another podcast on the interwebs that name drops the Oval Office more than this pod here. And what's hilarious is nobody here on this pod has ever been there, but we name drop it more than anyone.
Right.
Never been there.
No, almost nobody on this pod.
There it is.
Marcus,
I do live in Green Bay.
Marcus Randall says $75 million for the signing bonus. Hopefully means cap hits aren't that bad in this contract. It is front loaded. The $75 million for the signing bonus, it can be spread out over the duration of the contract. So it really, really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. That's just, to me, the way I take that. And again, we got to see the detail and all the fine notes, but I take that as $75 million in year 1. What you'll notice in some of the structures of the contracts is you'll see like year 2 cash leaders, year 3 cash leaders, meaning how much money they're getting that year in cash payment. I kind of take that as $75 million right now, bang, but the fully guaranteed aspect is $155 million. When it comes to the cap allocation, any kind of guaranteed money as far as a signing bonus goes, the $155 million can be spread out over the duration of the contract, including the $75 million. So what I'm getting at is, if you're insinuating, Marcus, and I'm not saying this in a negative manner, please don't take it the wrong way. If you're thinking, man, will the cap hit be that high this year? Like, does that mean 75? No, it won't. It won't. It's just simply saying, I think the way I'm reading that is the cash that's paid out this year will be $75 million. So, but we'll find out soon enough for sure exactly how everything falls into place. M. Smitty says, Josh, this calls for 3 fingers of McClellan's Scotch. There you go. And Josh earlier says, going to have a celebratory whiskey. The dynasty starts now, man. I love how excited everyone is, and it just kind of.
How about these hands?
Scared me.
You can get 3 fingers of whiskey with. We can get two and a half fingers of whiskey, right?
There you go.
Oh man, let's see here. Mason in the chat says, "J Love, let's go. No one deserves it more." That's what I love. My biggest fear, and maybe I'm just a weak Packer fan. I don't know. My biggest fear was them not getting the deal done, and I thought it was highly unlikely to get to this point, and him having to play on that 1-year contract, and then God forbid something happened. You know, that would suck. I always think back to Nick Collins. If you guys remember, Nick Collins held out. He actually held out for a new contract, and there was a portion of the fan base at the time we were on the message boards. There's a portion of the fan base that gave him hell over that. And then what did he end up doing? He ended up breaking his neck on the field, right? And never played again. So
that's why they all get that injury claim now, or that injury insurance.
Absolutely. Jake Shavink says, hit that like button. I appreciate that, Jake. If you guys and gals would, just take a quick second, hit the like button for us. Help other Packer fans find this channel and find this content. Also in the upper right, if you're interested in joining our Patreon community, got a really cool community over there. We do giveaways, things like that. Just scan the QR code in the upper right-hand corner. But yeah, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us. So let's get some parting thoughts. We're at the 20-minute mark. My wife has the divorce papers drawn up. I've been podcasting now for about, 2 straight hours. So let's go around the horn one time here. Jacob, sir, what do you got?
No, man, I'm just excited that tomorrow morning, before practice, that Jordan Love is going to be suiting up with the guys. He's going to be running out in full uniform. I mean, I'm beyond the moon. This is one of those times where when we signed off, I was so upset. You guys knew it. I just really thought yesterday was going to be the signing day. I thought today there's no way it was going to not happen. And then having to sign off the podcast and be like, wow, we're really going to go through the weekend and we're going to start pads without Jordan Love. I was, man. I was sad. And then all of a sudden to get this random, I did not expect this in my wildest dreams. So this is just, I'm over the moon. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do some push-ups, maybe some sit-ups.
No, don't.
Got to keep up.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? 220 of them, or how many are we doing here? 155 maybe?
I'm going to shoot for maybe 20.
There you go. You do more than 20, man. You'll get lightheaded, stand up, and go.
Depression.
You know what I'm saying? So, Amelia, what you got, man? Parting thoughts, sir.
Well deserved. We needed him to have this. Everybody can stop talking now. The practice starts, the game starts. Everything's going to start rolling now. Matt LaFleur's happy. He's already drawn up some new plays. I'm sure. Josh Jacobs, AJ Dillon, I'm sure X and the safeties and John, everybody's ready for, a couple different balls coming their way. I think it's just going to be as crazy. I'm happy that it happened right before pads. Let's set the tone. And he's going to carry us, man.
Definitely.
We got to get behind him.
Tim, sir, good to see you on here, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy I could jump on, guys. And what a great time to be able to talk a little ball here. I'm happy, man. You guys know I've been calling him J Money since 2021. I've always believed in Jordan from the moment we drafted him. There was never a doubt in my mind. And now he is truly J Money. 220 million reasons to call him J Money. So I'm a happy man right now. And I'm sure Jordan's pretty happy as well. And, congratulations. It's well deserved. And I think we did it a little later than we wanted to, but I don't think it was so late that we really hurt the team. He missed a week of camp here, big deal. We'll hit the ground running tomorrow when the stuff starts to get real. We got the pads on, and we're going to steamroll into that preseason, and Jordan's going to be on rhythm, and everything's going to be copacetic moving forward here. So I'm really happy for Jordan and happy for the Packers right now.
Definitely, man. Very well said. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to debate. I'm debating whether we should go live early in the morning or wait until camp practice. I may wait until camp practice and then do a show. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Jacob, just shoot me a text what your schedule looks like tomorrow when you're free. We'll set us up a specific time. Emilio, enjoy your nap, sir. Sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Tim is the only one in this group doing anything constructive tomorrow. I promise you that. He's actually getting stuff done. So that's the way that works.
Tim's out here like,
That's right. Yes, sir. All right. Again, sorry we didn't break the news on the show earlier. Literally, the second we got offline, I looked down, my phone went crazy. I'll be darned. There it is. Let's go back live. Well, that's funny too. I text the guys, and immediately, I don't know which one of you said it, like, she's going to divorce you, bro. That's exactly what they said. Was it you, Jacob?
but crazy how we ended the stream and we fired it back up. Still have 400 people and 400 plus in here.
Absolutely awesome, man. Yeah.
Appreciate everyone.
All right. Appreciate everybody. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out with us this evening. As always, just do whatever you want. Okay. Yeah.